Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today I would like to speak about our funding milestones, a serious subject that may determine the future development of this project that only felt appropriate speaking of from me to you as Primeval Horizon's founder. I have been working closely with our enthusiastic programmer Anthony to come this far and discuss the future mechanics of this project. The first milestone is Scalable Stats, a major improvement compared to the basic stats we have set up currently, especially for the future so that stats will not have to be recoded or become problematic due to increasing technical debt that comes with further development. The stat system needs to be able to modify dino stats like max health, health regen rate, and many other stats of the like. This system handles drinking, eating, comfort, death, respawning, and more that comes with further mechanics. The system includes the UI elements to represent these stats. The stat system needs to play nice with replication systems and needs to use conventions like rollbacks. Perks are the second milestone, and a special one, allowing us to implement a system that allows players to have gimmicks and environmental advantages instead of direct stat buffs relating to combat. This improves the gameplay to keep it fair and fun. Perks would be earned through growth, while special ones would be earned through boss fights. The Dino Stat GIS system will expose a variety of properties like regen rate, movement speed, comfort, generation rate, which designers will be able to modify via the perk system. The third milestone is essential, being combat. This allows players to interact, compete, and if they are a carnivore, obtain food from other players as this is a survival game. The combat system works closely with the stat system. This system handles input for attacks by playing animations and determining if there has been a hit or not. What makes the system more difficult to implement is how sensitive players will be towards it. Also, it needs to be built so that other programmers can easily add in new attacks that are very dynamic. Attacks like pinning and grappling may not initially be implemented, but the system should be easily expanded to include these kinds of attacks. This is not to be confused with our current combat that is being worked on. This will be our improved combat, which will be included in the release of the game compared to the combat that we will have in the demo. Now for our fourth exciting milestone, boss fights. Bosses will offer exciting combat and strategic scenarios between any or all players working together to take down a large threat, which will reward players upon its defeat. Bosses will be implemented to roam specific areas of the map and be designed to avoid being easily farmed for perks and other rewards such as morphs. Morphs are similar to cosmetics. They pretty much are cosmetics, except they apply to your entire body. And when I mention cosmetics, cosmetics will not include anything that is too unrealistic. They are mainly body modifications. Bosses are AI pawns that attack the player. The interaction with these boss fights should be fun and engage the player. Boss fights should work over the network. Their logic will be mostly implemented from within a behavior tree so that designers can easily modify their behavior. They should also use GIS for better scalability and networking support. This includes the facilitation of making the 3D model, rigging, and animations so that they work well with our systems. For our fifth milestone, which technically persists throughout all of development, we require animations so that we can bring life to our characters. Animations become expensive quickly, with the amount of time required for specific mechanics such as locomotion. Our sixth milestone is improved locomotion. There's a lot of room for improvement as well as polish when it comes to locomotion in Primeval Horizon. We aim for smooth and realistic locomotion that gives players as much freedom as possible, using turn in place, sliding, vaulting, tail physics, improved blend spaces, and more. Our final milestone, for the time being, is nesting in territories. This is a big one. A large task that introduces gestating and incubating eggs to nest in other players to form a family. Territories will also allow you to form a personalized nesting grounds for you and your group. Much of this requires netcode to function properly with multiplayer, which adds to the cost. These milestones are goals that I hope and encourage the community to work with me towards achieving through your generous support. With all of the above, we could significantly increase our likelihood of obtaining a epic mega grant and begin a very strong crowdfunding campaign. If you have any questions or concerns or just want to show your support, we would love to hear from you in the comments or in our Discord server, which you can find a link to below. If you'd like to help us achieve these milestones together, you can subscribe to our Patreon for exclusive rewards, including a backer skin, for $50 or above donations. Larger donations can be made through our PayPal donation link as well. If you'd like to support us in any other way, please share the project with others and wishlist Primeval Horizon on Steam. Before I actually end the video, I would also like to discuss some things that I feel like need mentioning. A large portion of our funds currently cannot be withdrawn from a website that is called Hypoliink or Hypoliink, and this website has been used to offer Russians that are in our community a way to donate to the game, as they had no other way to donate to the project. They have removed the PayPal withdrawal option for the past few months, and they refuse to offer a estimated time for when that withdrawal method will return. Not only that, but the only other withdrawal method is a credit card, and they only accept credit cards that are outside of the USA. And of course, I am from the USA, so there is no way for me to withdraw these funds at this time. There is a total of around $520 on there that we just cannot access because we cannot withdraw those funds. I would like to make that known. So that's why we are maybe a little bit quiet with development, because we have very limited funds to work with at this time. Thank you all tremendously, and I will see you soon, hopefully with further development progress to show.